Copa pajama. Oh, the Copa pajama. Oh, yeah. It's Wednesday. We're having a show here in Las Vegas. Where else would you be going to see Barry Manilow playing right now? Woo! What a start. And hold on while I catch up on things a little bit. There we go. Hey, so what? It's Wednesday. Must be Wednesday with Wendell. Thanks so much for showing up. Boy, we got everybody in there. We got Flash and Your Pan is there. Drones of Darwin are there. Marcy's in. Noggy's here. Who did I miss? Jelly Duck is here. And Stacy stopped by. Hey, Stacy, great to see you. Christmas on Crestline is here. Chris is here. I can't keep up with everybody. And the birthday girl is here. Terry is here. Miss Terry, today is her birthday. She's 29. I married her when she was really young. Really young. Really young. And Mr. Mike, up in your business is here. I love that name. Mike, great to see you. And Mr. Dennis Lovelady, the drone master and becoming a ukulele master also. All right, well, look, let's get into some songs here, and then we'll go talk to the chat a little bit. But yes, Barry Manilow, he is a music producer. He's an American songwriter. He's an arranger, musician, producer, did all this stuff over a 50-year career. Wow. He had songs like Could It Be Magic, Mandy, I Write the Songs, Can't Smile Without You, Copacabana, not Copa in your pajamas, as Darwin, Drones of Darwin was saying, although I think that's pretty cool. So tonight we're going to revisit some of his music. We're going to talk a little bit about how he got started in his career, some of his accomplishments, which are really unbelievable, what he's been able to do in his 50-year career. Also sing some songs, get a karaoke in there so you can sing, because I know the inner you wants to sing, and so you're at home all by yourself, nobody can hear, so you can just call it out loud, right? And maybe by the end of the show you'll learn something. So enough of this, let's get going. Here's a song from 1975. It's the second song from his second album. And it was the number 12, I believe, on the Hot 100 chart. Became a very big disco hit. It's a miracle. I love the clapping. You wouldn't believe where I've been, the cities and towns I've been in, from Boston to Denver, and every town in between.
Everyone looks the same.
The people, they all look the same. Only the names have been changed. And now that I'm home again, I'll tell you what I believe. It's a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle come true. We're together, baby, I was going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here in my arms all around you, and baby, they'll be dancing in the streets for the miracle, a true blue spectacle, the miracle is you. Never knew you looked so good. I never knew anyone could. I must have been crazy to ever have gone away. I almost forgot what it's like holding you near me at night. But now that I'm home again, you know that I'm home to stay. 'Cause it's a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle come true. We're together, baby, I was going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here and I'm feeling so good, and baby, they'll be dancing in the streets for the miracle, a true blue spectacle, the miracle is you. You're here in my arms all around you, and baby, they'll be dancing in the street. There's gonna be dancing in the street, dancing dancing in the street. Dancing, 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 dancing in the street. For the miracle, a true blue spectacle, the miracle is you. The miracle is you. The miracle is you. The miracle is you. Oh, yeah. Barry Manilow, It's a Miracle. Yeah. All right, let's see where I am here. Make sure I don't lose my spot. Put the wrong screen up. There we go. Woo. That can take a lot out of you. All right, let's take a stop real quick and walk over to the chat. See how everybody's doing? Oh, let's see. I've had a little trouble with the internet today, so hopefully everything's been good. If it starts buffering, just hang in there. It gets back. Dennis, I said hi to you, Dennis. In the dark lights, hey, thanks for coming by. See if there's anybody else new. I see Devin stop by. Hi, Devin, great to have you. I need Devin on the keyboards. Susan, great to see you. Thanks for coming by, Susan. And let's see. And Bradley, good to see you, Bradley. Thank you for coming by. And I think I hit everybody. Excellent. All right. So, what's going on with me? Well, after 4 years, I finally put some lights up in the patio. I bought these lights 4 years ago. Finally put them up on the patio the other day. They really look pretty nice. Sad thing is it only took me an hour to do. And I put it off for 4 years, but that's the way it is. What else do we have here? Oh, we had the watch party last week. That turned out pretty good. Hey, if you've tuned into the watch party, which is pretty much just it's a night off for me, so to speak, meaning I just play some videos of my own from the library, and I try to find some people that might be of interest that you'd like to see. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Are you enjoying that show or not? Should I keep it? Just wanted to know, just trying to get some feedback on the call-in watch party. It's a little different than the big music show, but it's on purpose that it's different, so I just wanted to know what you thought. So let me know. Okay. Let's move on now. So who is Barry Manilow? I was able to get some pictures of him in his early career. He was working at CBS as an intern earlier in his career. But Barry was born in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I know we got some Brooklyn folks out there. And when his mother divorced, Barry took on his mother's maiden name, which was Manilow. I became interested in music from his stepfather because his stepfather had this great music collection of all these old classics, some Broadway scores, as I said, classical music and jazz music. You probably know this, or maybe not, but in his early 20s, which was in the 60s, excuse me a second. Thank you. He began a career as a commercial jingle writer. And he was writing jingles, and he'd also sing in some of these jingles also. This continued for him throughout most of the 60s for him. He was doing some other things, but this was one of the things that got him started, was writing these jingles. He did a number of commercial jingles like State Farm Insurance, the one, like a good neighbor. Wrote that original jingle. Band-Aid, I'm stuck on Band-Aid, and Band-Aid stuck on me. You know that one? Also, he sang Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial, one of the Pepsis all across the nation. It's a Pepsi generation. And also McDonald's, You Deserve a Break Today, and he also did a Dr. Pepper's commercial. His mother, as moms do, right, Marcy? As mothers do, kept encouraging him, go perform. We want you to perform. I'd like you to perform. And he really didn't want to perform. He liked the orchestra part of the music industry, so to speak. But he decided to start performing, and he became Bette Midler's pianist for about 4 years in the early 70s. He signed his first record deal in 1969. When he was asked about it later on in an interview, he says, "I really wasn't excited about it." He says, "I really didn't want to be a singer." He says, "I was on my way to becoming Nelson Riddle," and he signed it, and he said, "Well, this is never going to work anyway, so it doesn't matter." Little did he know. So that's who Barry Manilow is and how he got started. And before we move on, let's just see if I've missed anything. Hey, Arden stopped by. Arden, great to see you. Thank you. We're having a little birthday party for Terry here. And Rick, great to see you. Thank you for coming by, Rick. See if I missed anybody. Chris, I said hi to Chris. Great to see you. And okay, so that's who, as I said, that's who Barry Manilow is, or not is, but that's who he is. And the song I want to do next, I want to jump ahead a little bit. We're going to back up after this song, but I wanted to get this song in early in the show. It was from November 1975. He won a Grammy of the Year. Grammy for Song of the Year in 1977 for this song. It is I Write the Songs. It was first performed by Captain and Tennille. This song was already done by some folks. Also by David Cassidy. David Cassidy had some success with this in the middle 70s, hit number 11 for him. Manilow was originally reluctant to record the song because he was afraid people would misinterpret the lyrics and think that he was singing about himself and that he was going on this big ego trip. But in reality, he says, if the songwriter, the person who wrote the song, says, this is not about a person. This is about the spirit of creativity in everyone and everyone who writes music. So eventually Barry was persuaded to record the song, and as they say, the rest was history. This was a #1 song for Barry.
Been alive forever, and I wrote the very first song. I put the words and the melodies together. I am music and I write the songs. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. My home lies deep within you, and I've got my own place in your soul. Now when I look out through your eyes, I'm young again, even though I'm very old. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. Oh, my music makes you dance and and gives your spirit to take a chance. And I wrote some rock and roll so you can move. Music fills your heart. Well, that's a real fine place to start. It's from me, it's for you, it's from you, it's for me, it's worldwide. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I write the songs, I write the songs. I am music, and I write the songs.
I write the songs. Barry Manilow. Yeah. Oh, those songs bring back memories. I grew up with these songs going to school, and I tell you, all the ladies just fawned over Barry when he came out. So, whoo, I love that song. That's a good song. Okay, so there we go. So let's take another look at the chat, and we'll go here for a second. Back to my Vegas stage. Yeah, Marcy, thank you. This old guy's still singing those, as they say. Diana, nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Mohammed, thank you for stopping by. You're one of my best fans. Thank you so much, man. Glad you came by and to say hello. Let's see if anybody else new has come by that I missed. If I missed you, please say something in the chat, and I'll get right. I'll say I'll welcome you. Glad you came. All right, so let's move on a little bit. We talked about a little bit about how we got started. So his career, as I said, he signed a record deal in '69. He released an album in the early '70s. It's called Barry Manilow 1, not that Barry Manilow 1. I'll tell you about that in a second. They were not much of a success and didn't really take off. Although one of the songs on there, Could It Be Magic, was picked up by Donna Summer, and it became, Donna Summer changed it around, changed Could It Be Magic a little bit. If you remember back in the 70s, those of you that were at the disco halls back in the 70s, she turned it into a disco tune, Could It Be Magic. The album was really an eclectic mix of piano-driven pop and some guitar-driven rock music, but as I said, it really didn't take off. And then in 1974, he released the song Mandy. And right after that, he released Barry Manilow 2. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, Mandy was his breakthrough hit. Now, let's talk about Mandy a little bit. We're going to sing that song next, but let's talk about it first. It came out in October '74. It was #1 on the Billboard charts. And as I said, it was his first #1 hit. Now, what's the history behind this? Well, as the story goes with many recording artists, he didn't want to record this song. He heard it, he says, I don't want to do this song. It had originally been titled Brandy, and it was written by a gentleman, Scott English, but he convinced him to record the song, and it later would become a major hit. As I said, they changed the name from Brandy to Mandy because just 2 years earlier, a band by the name of Looking Glass released a song called Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. And so they decided, as a matter of fact, right during the recording session, they decided to change the name, and they changed it to Mandy. Some people say he's singing about his dog. He is not singing about his dog. All right, he has come out and said this. I'm not singing about a dog here. So they just changed the name. Okay, enough of that. Let's see. Make sure I've got. There we go. Make sure I got everything in the right order. You know, unfortunately, I can't. I still keep the words. I don't remember all the words of all these songs. I try, but I don't. Hey. Well, thank you. Just, I don't know. There we go. Christmas on Crestline, thank you so much for buying me a drink there or buying me a backing track. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. All right, as I said, first number one hit by Barry Manilow, Mandy.
I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. I'm standing on the edge of time. I've walked away when love was mine. Caught up in a world of uphill climbing. The tears are in my eyes and nothing is rhyming, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. Yesterday's a dream. I face the morning, crying on a breeze. The pain is calling, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Well, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy. You came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. You kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you.
Mandy, Barry Manilow. Let me tell you, that guy has a lot of key changes in his songs, just so you know, in case you didn't notice it. But again, his first number one hit, it started his career off. So as I said in the last segment, let's see here, hold on a second. Yes. I said his career sputtered, but let's talk a little bit about now his career takes off. So in the early 70s, he came out with Barry Manilow 1, really didn't do much except Donna Summer took the song and turned it into a disco song, and then Mandy came out off of his Barry Manilow 2 album, and boom, career took off. We'll come back to this in a second. I do want to stop and say hello to everybody in the chat in case I missed anybody. Hey, Mel, thank you. 400 AGL, great to see you. Thanks for coming by. Old as gold. I like that. There you go. Okay, so make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I did. Okay, so as I said, his career took off after this. And if you remember the song before this one, I Write the Songs, Song of the Year in 1977. So following the success of Barry Manilow 2, they reissued Barry Manilow 1. And so the Barry Manilow 1 album you have might be the reissued one that they put together. They remixed some things, and then they reissued the album. He began appearing on American Bandstand to help promote some of his songs, and he developed a great relationship with Dick Clark. As a matter of fact, because of his relationship with Dick Clark, he became a part of Dick Clark's New Year's Eve, the Rockin' New Year's Eve show, became part of the American Band anniversary shows, also the music award performances, and he did a 1985 television movie, Copacabana, which starred Barry Manilow, and he was also was executive produced by Dick Clark. So just his going on the Dick Clark show to promote his album pretty much helped him with some connections to even further his career. It's interesting to note, though, that while Barry was a songwriter, several of his commercial success songs were written by somebody else, and that's fairly common. There's some people that are very good songwriters, but not the best performers. For example, as I said, Mandy, that was written by somebody else. Trying to Get the Feeling Again, Weekend in New England, Ships, Looks Like We Made It, Can't Smile Without You, Ready to Take a Chance, and I Write Songs. All these hits of Barry's were written by somebody else, which that'd be fine by me. Write me a song. If I can make a hit, I'm in, man. Be glad to give you credit for it. In the late 70s and early 80s, ABC aired 4 variety television specials starring Barry, and he also served as the executive producer for those. Those variety shows, the 4 of those shows, were nominated for 8 Emmys. I mean, just getting nominated is great. They won once, but they were nominated 8 times. So, okay, guess what? Is Brad still helping us with the words on the songs? I love it. That's what he does well. All right, this is the part where you get to sing. All right, I had to get more of his what's the right word? Bouncy tunes as opposed to the love ballads, because when we do karaoke, you want to be up and happy and smiling and tapping your feet. So let me find it here. So I picked Can't Smile Without You. Great song. Came out in 1978. First version of the song was released by a guy named David Martin. So again, this was a song that somebody else had released in 1975. Then in 1976, the Carpenters did this song also. Barry Manilow turned it into a massive hit. It reached number 3 on the Hot 100 chart and number 1 in the adult contemporary chart. You may have heard George Michael was sued for plagiarism because they thought that his 1984 song, Last Christmas, sounded somewhat similar. Well, it was all settled out of court. So I don't know what really happened there, but they settled out of court. Can't Smile Without You has shown up on a number of different movies, all different types of movies. Catch this, okay? So it's been in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Deuce Bigalow, Starsky and Hutch, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. So it's been in a lot of different songs. Can't Smile Without You has always been a crowd favorite of Barry Manilow's concerts, and it typically erupts in a gigantic sing-along. So therefore, I said, perfect song to do for karaoke. So let me get a glass of water here, which they don't have glasses anymore. They give us plastic bottles. All right, so this is where you turn it up a little bit and turn it up a little bit. Sing loud, sing proud. Here come the words. Can't smile without you, Barry Manilow.
You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you. You came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who'd have believed that you were part of a dream? Now it all seems light years away. And now you know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile. Now some people say happiness takes so very long to find. Well, I'm finding it hard leaving your love behind me. And see, I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel glad when you're glad. I feel sad when you're sad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you.
Can't smile without you, Barry Manilow. Now, I talk about key changes. I think there's 4 key changes in that song. And you know, the hardest thing for any performer is to stay in time, okay? And you have a natural tendency to speed up. And when these, you know, as you all know, I mean, I don't have a band here. As it might look down here, I might have an orchestra, but I don't have an orchestra playing. So it is hard sometimes to make sure that you're not getting ahead, because it's really easy to speed up. But enough of my problems. But that's a fun song. Hope you sang along. Dennis, thank you. And Bradley says, I definitely can't sing. That's all right, because you know what, Bradley? Every performer needs a clapper. I mean, if there's nobody out in the audience clapping, there's no need for anybody to be performing. So, you know, it's like an award ceremony. If there's no clappers at the award ceremony, why have an award ceremony? So the same thing with the performer. So we're glad for people like you that come and clap. Thank you. All right. Oh, let's see. I'm glad you guys are having a great time in the chat. I'm glad I could provide you some background music. And so what's next? Hold on. I need a producer. I don't have a producer here. Okay. So where's Barry now? So as I said, he started off as writing jingles in the 60s. Career took a little sputter in the early 70s. Finally took off in the mid 70s with Mandy and Barry Manilow 2. In the 80s, doing some great stuff, not only on TV, but also had some more hits. And so today, Barry is 76 years old. He is still performing today. Now, not today because of the virus thing, but he was on tour last year. He had some show dates in Las Vegas. He also had a tour in the UK planned for 2020. Not sure what the status of that is, but I know he had planned to, he had some tour dates in the UK for this year. He lives in Palm Springs on a 60-acre piece of property. And over his career, okay, there's no test, so you don't have to write this down. But he's released 46 top 40 singles on the adult contemporary chart. 13 hit number one. He had 28 which appeared within the top 10. He's had 13 platinum albums, 6 multi-platinum albums. Has been nominated for a Grammy Award, winning once as a producer, arranger, performer a total of 15 times, and in every decade from 1973 to 2015. He's also produced Grammy-nominated albums for Bette Midler, Dionne Warwick, Nancy Wilson, Sarah Vaughan. He has sold over 75 million records as a solo artist worldwide, making him one of the best, the world's best-selling artists. Pretty nice accomplishments for a guy that started off writing jingles and really didn't want to be a singer. Amazing. All right, so I picked a song that if you follow Barry, you'd probably heard this song. But if you're a casual Barry listener, you may not know this song, and I wanted to throw in something unusual or different. I got 2 of those, as a matter of fact, possibly. This was a song came out in 1981, so after his career had been going for a while. The song is called "The Old Songs." Bear with me a second. It was number 15 on the Hot 100 chart. It was his 11th number 1 hit on the adult contemporary chart. So this is one of those songs that he didn't write. Somebody else wrote. It was a team of 2 guys were writing the song, and one of the guys really didn't like the song and said, as a matter of fact, they stopped working on it, and his partner said, we got to go back to this song, the old songs, and finish it, because this is a good song. He goes, no, it's not. Yes, it is. All right, so they finished the song, they put a recording together, and they go play it for the publisher. The publisher starts crying during this song. Obviously, the writer says, well, I guess it is a pretty good song after all. So, yeah, you never know. You never know what songs are going to make it, which ones are not. But enough of talking about it. Let's get into it. This is the song, "The Old Songs" by Barry Manilow.
Candles burning, glasses are chilled, and soon she'll be by. Hope and pray she'll say that she's willing to give us another try. And if all those plans I've made don't melt the lady's heart, I'll put on the old 45s, and maybe the old songs will bring back the old times. Maybe the old lines will sound new. Maybe she'll lay her head on my shoulder. Maybe old feelings will come through. Maybe we'll start to cry and wonder why we ever walked away. Maybe the old songs will bring back the old times and make her want to stay. It's been too long since I've seen her face light up when I come home. It's been too many hours I've wasted staring at the phone. Sweet old songs, I'm counting on you to bring her back to me. I'm tired of listening alone. And maybe the old songs will bring back the old times. Maybe the old lines will sound new. Maybe she'll lay her head on my shoulder. Maybe old feelings will come through. Maybe we'll start to cry and wonder why we ever walked away. Maybe the old songs will bring back the old times and make her want to stay. And make her want to stay. Want to stay. Maybe we'll start to cry and wonder why we ever walked away. Maybe the old songs will bring back the old times and make her to stay.
The old songs. Barry Manilow. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that's I think that's most of the stuff I put together. If anybody's interested, I could do one more song. So I do have one other song I could do. Anybody interested? So while you're thinking, I had something here I forgot to mention here. No, I guess I got through everything. So yes, there, Christmas on Crestline says encore. One more song. Okay, well, good, good. Because I found this song. It's not going to be anything you expected. Because that's a lot of performers do that. They say, "Oh, encore. Okay, well, I'm going to do this one song." So Barry, hold on. Let me. Here we go. So Barry put out an album in 2006 called The Greatest Songs of the 60s. And I found this song, and I said, I never knew he covered this song. So even this multi-platinum recording artist is doing covers also. So there's what's the right word? There's something for me yet, so to speak. I had some. Here we go. So this song, it's called "There's a Kind of Hush." Remember this one? There's a Kind of Hush. Who do you remember it by? Herman's Hermits? Carpenters? I think they both did it. So do you know who the first band was that did this? So the song called "There's a Kind of Hush" was originally done by the band called the New Vaudeville Band. And their big hit was Winchester Cathedral. Winchester Cathedral. On that same album, they covered this song. It was picked up by Herman and the Hermits. It's been covered by the Carpenters. Perry Como's done it. Johnny Mathis has done it. Clay Aiken has done it. Many others. And now Wendell Live has covered it too. Although I'm going to cover Barry's version. As I said, it was included on his album from 2006. Little known cover, seemed to be appropriate for an encore. So here we go, one more song. This brings back memories of the 60s. Yes, I was alive then. There's a Kind of Hush, Barry Manilow.
There's a kind of hush all over the world. Tonight, all over the world, you can hear the sounds of lovers in love. You know what I mean, just the two of us and nobody else. In sight, there's nobody else, and I'm feeling good, just holding you tight. So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world. Tonight, all over the world, you can hear the sounds of lovers in love. So listen very carefully, closer now, and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. There's a kind of hush all over the world. Tonight, all over the world, you can hear the sounds of lovers in love. Of lovers in love. Of lovers in love. Of lovers in love. Of lovers in love, of lovers in love.
There's a Kind of Hush, Barry Manilow. You never knew that. I know. That's okay. There we go. Well, that's my show for tonight. And in a few minutes earlier, gosh, I guess I need to put another song in there, make it an hour long. But I've tried to put some more music in here, and not so much talking. Hopefully you like the balance I've come up with. And let's see if we got anything else in the chat before I say goodbye. There's a kind of slush all over the world. That's usually in December or January, I guess you'd say. Diana, thank you very much. Christmas on a Crestline, thank you. Susan Hamilton, thank you. Matt Parrish, hey, great to see you. Thanks for coming by, Matt. And Brad, you can get back to work now. I know you're supposed to be at work. So, I wanted to do Copa. The problem is, the songs I do, as you know, I got to have a backing track. Well, the song is about 6.5 minutes long, and there's a 1.5-minute instrumental in it. Well, during that 1.5-minute instrumental, they're typically doing salsa dancing. Well, I don't have a lot, as you can tell, I don't have a lot of room here, and so I just thought, although it would be fun to do that song, I was just afraid you guys would get bored with me just sort of standing here and my lights flashing during this because there's not a lot I could do. So I originally had put Copacabana on the set list, but I eventually took it off. Maybe I could shorten it up and do it in a future show. Marcy, thanks for coming by. Folks, I want to thank you all for stopping in. I have a lot of fun doing this show. It keeps me off the streets during the time that we had right now. I don't want to say that word. I was watching a live stream yesterday of somebody, and they said that word that's going on right now, what's making everybody sick, and they can't, that YouTube took them off the air immediately. So I'm going to avoid saying that. But it keeps me off the streets. I'm having fun with this. Next Wednesday is the call-in watch party. If you'd like to stop by, I'll have some new things for that. And also this Monday, this Monday I have a new video coming out. If you didn't see the last one, stop by the channel and check out Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics. I sort of stretched myself on that one. You know, it's a song that's done by a female singer. I thought I'd try it. And you tell me what you think. So, but I had fun tonight. Hopefully you learned a little bit about Barry Manilow. And that's all I got. There's nothing left. The next big music show is June 10th. And the last thing I want to say, two last things. One is, happy birthday, Terry. Sorry I can't be there. If you guys don't know, she's in San Diego, and I'm here in Maryland. And, well, we can't travel right now, as you know. So, but happy birthday. We're going to have a big after party tonight after that. And also, I always want to remind you, in this world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind. Guys, I'll see you in another week. Bye now. Thanks for coming by.